Look how creamy and cheesy this is. Welcome to the DMV Foodie channel. Today in quarantine, I've been craving mac and cheese and seafood. I know they don't specifically go together, but crab mac and cheese is something I've been wanting, and that's what I'm gonna try to bring you guys today. So stay tuned and I'll take you through the steps of how to make a banging, cheesy, crabby mac and cheese. Get your water coming to a boil. Make sure you salt it well. You're gonna use a lot of kosher salt in here. Thanks to quarantine, this is the only pasta I came up with. Jiggly, however you say it. I picked it. Looks pretty good. Gotta make sure you stir your pasta as soon as you drop it in the water, or else it'll stick or start to stick. You don't want that, you can burn it. I don't know if you can see this pasta shell. There we go, let it focus. That seems like it'll hold the cheese pretty good. Curly, got some ridges on the outside. We'll see how it turns out. So next, I'm gonna add about a 1/4 cup of butter. Let that go ahead and melt down. You don't really want to burn your butter. You're not really going for that flavor. So once your butter is melted, I always start off with some veggies. I like a little heat, so add some diced jalapenos. Want to make sure they're small enough that it's kind of sneaky spicy. Nobody really gets a chunk of jalapeno. They're mac and cheese and crab meat. And also some diced shallots. I smell right now that aroma. That's what you want to get. All right, once your veggies are good and cooked, you want to keep stirring. Add about a 1/4 cup flour. Doing this will give you what's called a roux. This is where that thick creaminess really comes from. It starts to build your base for your cheese sauce. All right, we're gonna go ahead and add about, say, 2 cups of whole milk. And we're also going to add about a 1/3 cup of heavy cream. You want to let that cook down and thicken up before you add your cheese. So once your roux starts to bubble and thicken a little bit, stick with me. May not believe me, but this does add a lot of flavor. I want to add a little bit of that stone ground, that tangy Dijon mustard. Go ahead and add some dried oregano, paprika, some black pepper. This is crab mac and cheese, so of course, some Old Bay. Look at that. All right, so what you're looking for is with your roux is when you can drag through it and it doesn't immediately fill in. That's how you know it's done. So now you want to go ahead and turn the heat off. We're going to start adding our cheese. This is a mixture I've already shredded. Some extra sharp white. Some Gouda. And just a little bit of regular mild cheddar. I'm going to add about 2 to 3 cups of cheese. You don't want to add all your cheese at once because it'll clump up on you, especially if you're using cheese that's already pre-shredded. So once that's all mixed in, you can go ahead and start to fold in your pasta. All right, we can go ahead and start folding our pasta in. Look at that. Nice and creamy, just how you want it. All right, once you got your pasta folded in, you can go ahead and start to fold in your crab meat. Make sure you're careful when you're folding it in. You don't want to break it up so it gets too small on you. You have those nice gems of crab meat. So once you get your crab meat all mixed in, I'm gonna go ahead and add some panko to the top. Getting ready to bake this. Make sure your oven's set to 375. Let's say you add about a half cup of panko. Maybe a little more depending on how much crust you like on the top. A couple more pieces of lump crab meat sprinkled around. And of course, finish it off with some paprika for a little color. And it is crab mac and cheese. So throw some Old Bay in there too. All right, once you got it all done, I'm gonna grab your pot, put it in the oven. Fresh out the oven. Look at that. So now that it's out the oven, I just gotta try a plate. When I think of crab seafood, I usually think about beer. So shout out Double Cannon IPA. Huge IPA fan. If you're trying to be fancy, go ahead and take your plate, garnish with a little scallion at the end. DMV Foodie signing out. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. Plenty more of my favorite recipes I'll be bringing to you. Some recipes I thought up on my own. Some I've been eating since I was little. Put my own little twist on them. Certain classics. Join the DMV Foodie family.